Welcome to today's podcast. So I came across this fascinating resource on construction safety orientation. It's from a site called BISTrainer. Ever heard of it?
I have. They're known for their training materials, especially for workplace safety. What stood out to you about the construction safety orientation?
Well, what really grabbed my attention is how they emphasize that safety isn't just about rules. It's about creating a culture. It's not just a checklist.
That's so true. A safety-first culture transforms the way teams operate on site. But I'm curious, did they mention specific topics the orientation covers?
Definitely. They cover everything from personal protective equipment, or PPE, to hazard identification and emergency protocols. It's pretty comprehensive.
PPE is huge, especially in construction. But I wonder, how do they make this training engaging? Safety topics can sometimes feel dry.
Great question. They seem to focus on real-world scenarios. For example, instead of just saying wear a hard hat, they explain the consequences of not wearing one. It's relatable and impactful.
That's smart. People remember stories and examples better than plain instructions. Did they touch on how to handle newer workers who might be unfamiliar with safety protocols?
Yes, that's a big focus. They highlight mentoring, pairing experienced workers with newcomers. It's a practical way to ensure everyone's on the same page.
I like that. It builds teamwork while reinforcing safety. Speaking of which, were there any stats or trends mentioned about safety in construction?
Not specifically on the page, but we know construction has one of the highest rates of workplace injuries. That's why orientations like this are a must.
Right, and it's not just injuries, it's productivity too. When workers feel safe, they're more confident and efficient.
Exactly. Safety isn't just a moral responsibility, it's also smart business. And they stress the importance of communication, like reporting hazards immediately.
Communication is key. It's great to see training like this pushing for proactive, not reactive measures. Did they mention any tools or tech being used?
They didn't dive into tech, but I could see platforms like BISTrainer incorporating interactive modules or even VR for hazard simulations.
VR for safety training is such a game changer. It lets workers experience risks without real-world consequences.
Totally agree. I think as tech evolves, safety training will only get more impactful, and hopefully injuries will keep decreasing.
Let's hope so. Safety shouldn't be an afterthought, and programs like this remind us why it's essential.
Absolutely. If you're in construction or know someone who is investing in high-quality safety training, is a no-brainer.
Couldn't agree more. Well, that's our time today. Stay safe out there, and we'll catch you in the next episode.